Okay, thank you, thank you.
So warmly welcome again, mashallah. It's a great pleasure to have you on my
Okay,
session,
okay, okay.
mashallah. So it's a train-the-trainer
Okay.
certification for rigging and lifting. So since you are working, been working, especially for Saudi Aramco for the last 32 years, and it's a great experience, mashallah, you have.
You,
So
you, you are looking same like my son, huh?
really, thank you very much. So nice of you. So nice of you. So it's a train the
Okay,
trainer, So I always mention, especially to everyone, that you can dream anything, but make sure you have plan in your hands, and then
yes.
success will be there, inshallah. So dream, plan, and
Okay.
but you are
Okay.
already very much successful. So let's move on with our some of the important topics, which I would love to have something productive from your side also, because this is how we learn from each other. I'm not here as a trainer, to be very honest. I'm just a facilitator. So let's share our experience,
No,
and maybe
no.
something productive we can learn
We
from.
learn for we learn from each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you think, as out of your 32 years experience, what was your favorite topic, as a trainer? You've been loving to
Yeah,
speak
I'm
on it.
safety. No, no. In Aramco, I am in the training department. Training department. All 32 years I have been in Dahran.
Ah, okay, mashallah.
Dahran Center.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah,
Excellent,
there are
mashallah.
so many training centers in Aramco, but 32 years I have been there in Dahran.
Ah, okay, mashallah. Excellent. So, I'm sure you have been delivered plenty of internal training sessions to your subordinates, maybe to different departments also. You've been planning different content and kind of presentations even, because 32 years experience means a lot actually. So, that's my question, which topic
Yeah, yeah,
is your favorite
yeah.
topic?
Paper topic for
Yeah, your
training, you
favorite
mean?
topic. You love to speak, as a trainer for that particular topic. That's my question, actually.
No, you mean in safety? Because dealing with safety.
Yeah, even in
Yeah,
safety, any topic,
yeah,
anything.
yeah. Yeah, you see here, sorry. Here, the best one for me, Paris 8 and CBR. Paris
Okay.
8 and CBR. Yeah,
First aid
because
and
this is,
safety. Wow.
it is very, very, very important and life for everybody. Yeah, this
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Paris 8 and CBR. Yeah.
Brilliant, mashallah. So you've been speaking on that topic. I mean, you deliver different sessions to
Yeah,
several
yeah, yeah, yeah.
internally or your
Yeah,
Ramco contractors.
I remember when we joined Aramco,
Mm-hmm.
it is not only one course, it is two programs.
Uh-huh.
First of all, we have to have a Paris 8 certificate.
Ah, okay.
Everybody has Paris 8 certificate, he must acquire 90%. If you
Excellent.
didn't, if you didn't accuse, means that 90% they will not let you go to for CBR.
Mm-hmm.
This is looked
Excellent.
before in Aramco rules. In
Yeah,
Aramco rules,
exactly.
those who gain 90% in Paris, okay, Paris 8,
Excellent,
they
mashallah.
will be illegible. They will be illegible to go for another certificate, which they call it CBR. And this is
Brilliant.
before I remember. I remember in Aramco before, yeah, okay.
Excellent,
But I
Mr.
don't know
Ahmed.
what happened nowadays. I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Ahmed,
Maybe
one of the gentlemen from India, might be you're familiar with, like Mr. Munawar Shinde. Are you familiar about that gentleman? Still working, I think, in
name.
Munawar,
Please.
Mr. Munawar Shinde, is from India, from Kerala.
No, Kerala. Anyhow, I have. See, I have one of my friends. That guy work in training because Aramco.
Yeah, training and development.
Aramco.
He's just a content developer, He prepared
But
different kinds of training material.
when
Yeah. In Tehran
I mean
office.
that
In Tehran office.
Daran office. I mean when because I
Still,
retired before
still
this.
working, still working for the last several years, maybe like for the last 15 or 20 years, still working with Saudi Aramco, but
Yeah,
very
because I
near to
joined.
retire actually.
I joined Aramco in 1978. Okay, me. Okay, training department, 1978.
Brilliant,
I worked
mashallah.
up 2010. That guy, he joined in 90s or 80s.
So,
Okay.
Ms. Rahman, just a humble request. What you're gonna do is, you just need to prepare one PPT. I'm gonna call like rigging and lifting, or maybe first aid and CPR. We just want to, make sure that you are the right person for that particular area, like especially for rigging and lifting, because this the trainer is for rigging and lifting. So have you like completed any sort of projects just as a rigger, or have you been watching those areas in monitoring in any kind of auditing, or I mean any link
No,
with the rigging and lifting process, while
no,
working
no,
as
you mean, no, for the only for our trainees, we teach this on the field and also in class in upgrade and in the rig. We teach rigging and lifting, but there are another certificate. We didn't teach that one, they call it rigger 1, rigger 2, rigger 3. Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Rahman, whatever you are going to teach in future, especially after this training and once you're gonna achieve train the trainer certification, the following are the things I'm going to share with you, like plenty of characteristics as a trainer you have to develop within yourself, even though the luckiest part is you are very much experienced, mashallah. But since I hope you understand training is kind of an art, so how are you going to deliver it, how are you going to deal with your different type of audience, and the way you present yourself, how are you going to start, what would be your middle part of the training, how are you going to manage that?
See,
Yeah.
I remember before those who train us, they are American trainer. I remember that in 80s, 1980s, 1990s, like that. Okay.
Brilliant.
So we have staff development. They call it staff development for trainer. Yeah.
Excellent.
Every 2 years, we have to go for staff development there.
Excellent.
As far as to be re-certified every 2 years as trainer.
Excellent.
Which is the same now like train the trainer. Now they call it train the trainer because they call it staff development. Okay. And I remember that before projector, before we didn't have projector, we start with I remember 16 millimeter, that what you call it, recorder, and let me remember, slide. We put a slide. You remember before? There is a slide, and we teach with that one with the chalkboard. Okay. Then after that, we use as the first aid Philip chart. You remember Philip chart? Philip chart. There is a stand, and we have to prepare the outline for the trainer, and we turn the page. Okay. In 1990s, we start projector like that. Okay. And projector is very nice. Projector is very clear, and also it is good for trainees and good for trainer. Okay.
Absolutely.
And we prepare. Okay, we prepare a slide which we print them. And we put on the, there is a projector, not this projector now. There is a projector, and we put it on the table glass, and it will reflect on the board. Maybe you didn't see that one, yeah? For example, if you have any picture like that one, or any preparation, you put it, and you make what you call it, transparency paper. You print it, and you put it on the glass on projector. Then it will be reflected.
Yeah, absolutely nice.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. That one in the beginning of 1990s. Okay, and that one, it take time for us. Take time. We have to prepare for any program, so many hundreds of slides. Okay.
Excellent.
We have trainer must be. So now training is very easy.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
You have after by PowerPoint now everything it is good.
Yeah, all
Training,
facilities. All facilities we have now. Yeah.
Yeah. Now. Okay, and that is in before, but in beyond 2000, training is going very, very, very fast. Okay,
Absolutely.
that audiovisual aids become very, very, very useful. And number one is projector.
Excellent.
Projector. Yeah.
Absolutely right.
I remember. Yeah.
So,
and this is that.
So, Mr. Rahman, mashallah, you've been coordinating different kind of training projects, I believe, and also you've been talking to people like as a trainer, sometime giving some sort of inductions also. But today, just let's stick to our topic like rigging and lifting.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure you are very much familiar that every process in the world have three different domains, right? Before, during, and after.
Yeah.
I would appreciate, because since we have a topic rigging and lifting, so if someone asks, as a trainer, because normally the students can ask, sir, before starting rigging and lifting, what should we do? During the lifting or rigging activity, what safety precautions we have to follow, And once we have completed our project, we transported or shifted some materials from one point to another, then what precautions we have to follow, like
you see,
during and after. I would appreciate your some comments on it, and then we'll move on with some methods and techniques as a trainer, inshallah.
Okay. You see, Mr. Ijaz, as far as you know that one was a fatal killer, okay, in the field, especially for rigging and other like this, is rigging and lifting. Same like fall protection. Rigging and lifting is the one. Because any incident, accident, it is very, 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 very shock, and that it will cause deaths.
Absolutely.
Not only one, so many deaths. I remember there in Aramco, for those employees who dealing with rigging and lifting, I remember those people, they with the high experience, okay, and good information, old people. I remember them very old. I didn't see any one of them that at 20 or 25 or 30. I remember those people, age around 45, like this one. I asked, they said those people, they have so many long experience because this job, it needs number one experience. Those rigger on the floor. I remember them there down on ground. Okay. And those people, as far as you know, the certification for them is not easy. They take them.
And Mr. Ahmed, still not easy. To be very honest, still not easy to be approved as a rigger level 1 or rigger level 2 or even rigger level 3 from Saudi Aramco. It's not still not easy.
This is the same like people who work in the electrical field. Same like people on the high power. Also, this is very dangerous field, and rigging and lifting also and falling. Those are very, very, very dangerous. Okay. I remember those people, but since I work in Aramco, retired, I didn't hear or see any incident or accident happening in rigging and lifting. There are so many injuries happening in another field. Like
because of strong leadership and planning and execution, the way they plan.
And there are a competent person with them. I remember those people before, they are British and American before in 1980s, 90s, like that. When they doing any critical job, they come to make evaluation first, as you know. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
And after that, they have to make sure no power line road. Like, this is your job. No need to discuss more.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let us, Mr. Ijaz, because time now, it is not over
Okay.
our side.
So thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you
Anyhow,
very much, Mr. Ahmed, for your
okay,
great
I hope to
energy.
meet you. I have to meet you in another, yeah, okay.
So nice of you,
But
Mr.
there
Ahmed.
is, see, last one, Ijaz. I remember when in work in Tehran before 11 years, there is one of my colleagues, huh? He is from Kerala. We work in the same office in training. Okay. His name Felix or something like that. He is very, very nice man, that guy. Yeah, he before he worked in Kuwait. But
Okay.
when he submit his CV, huh, our superintendent submit his paper to me.
Okay.
So many CVs coming, huh, from different countries. But that guy, huh, he is very certified guy. He worked in the field of rigging and also work in platform. You remember like
Excellent.
GOSP, the GOSP, huh? Gas and
Yeah.
oil separation plant.
Yeah,
Gas and
exactly.
oil separation. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
GUSP also we call it. Gas oil separation plant.
superintendent said to me, you have to give attention for experience. Then
Absolutely.
you check certificate because he said to me, this is safety. We are not in university. He said to me, first check experience in the oil field and like goes like that. Yeah. Okay. And now that guy now maybe now 20 years joining Aramco, but unfortunately uh, I didn't join him now. Yeah, but for his name Phillips like that, he's from Kerala. He's from Kerala. Okay, and now
Excellent.
okay, he is senior trainer in Aramco. We have instructor and we have trainer and we have senior trainer.
Excellent, Marshal. And I'm
Okay,
sure
let us
you will be the master trainer in future, inshallah. You can create
No
another
need for.
category.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. See you later, Mr. Ijaz. Okay. Let us because time make it now. It is
Yeah,
already
okay.
now. Okay. Okay. Let us start. Okay.
So,
Thank you very much.
I'm just thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed, for your great energy, the way you share your experience, and I truly appreciate, mashallah, your
And
excellent experience
Mr.
with a lot
Ijaz,
of credentials.
Mr. Ijaz, I remember when we joined, there is an American trainer. I remember that guy. He said to us, he graduated from uh, university in 1945. 1945, he graduated, and he said to us, whenever first of all come to the training, huh, you have to show the doors, huh, exit door, and where is the toilet and like that one, and where is the coffee room, like. And after that, he said, we start. You have to smile, okay, and you have to break the ice. This one, huh? Those
Yeah,
American. And
exactly.
he said, do not when you ask, it is better to give overhead question. Overhead question means give question. Don't say to any name to answer. This is no
Yes.
good. Yeah, he said we call it overhead question. And when you discuss, you have to move body, use your body language.
Absolutely.
There's no need for me to discuss about that.
Yeah,
Let us
exactly.
start.
So, but still, I appreciate, mashallah, you're sharing your great experience. So,
Okay.
Mr. Ahmed, I warmly welcome to you, especially, mashallah, for this important
No,
session
no, no,
today.
mashallah, we
So,
learn from us because you are the generation, new generation for IT. You are IT generation.
we are just the good. We are trying to be the good learner, especially to learn from the experienced people like you, mashallah.
Okay.
But somehow, as per some international standards, I'm just going to share some of the methods or kind of techniques and concepts as a trainer. So what I'm gonna suggest, yes, you can sit back and relax and observe, how I'm going to be presenting some of the areas of that training, and the same techniques If you're gonna feel are very much productive, you can follow as a trainer in future, inshallah. We would be more than happy to certify you because there are certain formalities or kind of assessment. And once you pass, of course, we have no issue to approve you as a trainer, inshallah. So, Mr. Ahmed, whenever you start a
Okay,
training, make sure you know you agree a
Ijaz.
kind of program logistic plan, especially if you have any emergency procedures. I would say the applications also. So in advance, you need to agree, what are the starting and ending time, like we already agreed. What is the smoking policy? Since it's not a face-to-face or classroom-based class, so I can't stop you to smoke, but make sure you are in a safer zone, not smoking in non kind of only smoking in smoking area, designated smoking areas. What are the policies for using electronic devices? Again, it's up to you. It's an online training session, so but make sure we have some sort of key focus because I'm going to share plenty of teaching methods as per international standards. And also, we already agreed the break times and make sure we just stick to those kind of rules, whatever we agreed. Now, in the introduction part, in a moment, like you already introduced yourself, your name, the way you are teaching different topics, especially the first and CPR, and how much you are connected with rigging and lifting topic, and plenty of experience you shared. You have heard a lot of trainers in Saudi Aramco for the last 32 years, mashallah. So I hope this course still will give you some sort of benefits, inshallah. It's all game of practice, practice, and practice. Sometimes I noted people, they are filled with bonanza of knowledge. They are like a lot of experience they have, but unfortunately, presentation is they didn't ever practice actually how to speak, how to stand, how to maintain eye contact, like verbal and non-verbal communication, some sort of classroom management skills. But make sure you will also get an opportunity at the end to speak up on that particular topic, like rigging and lifting. And then based on that, we will complete our assessment and would have no issue, inshallah, to approve you as a trainer, inshallah. But make sure that presentation, what you're going to prepare, especially should be relevant to rigging and lifting. If you don't have that presentation, still I would appreciate, because self done is well done. So you just prepare a few slides and you present to our certification department, like Mr. Ejaz or Mr. Adil, they can coordinate for that one, because that is our mandatory requirement. Like, because after that training, you just need to present your understanding and kind of key learning points for rigging and lifting topic. But make sure you also use some sort of visual aid the moment you are presenting your presentation to us, inshallah. Now, also, there are a few suggestions, like take some time to review the notes relating to your presentation topic. It's not like just you prepare a presentation and you move on and deliver. Just go dive in that ocean and make sure there isn't any technical word which you are not having some clear understanding. So don't leave that word until your 360-degree knowledge is completed, and then of course you'll more than okay to go for the class. And different community gonna be there, they would have certain kind of different technical questions. So that is why 360-degree well preparation and kind of practice you required for your presentation. So that presentation you can present in front of Mr. Ejaz or Mr. Adil, they can coordinate for that one. But today I'm just going to share, some sort of best methods, teaching methods, or as a trainer, as an instructor. Now, effective rigging and lifting instructor techniques. One of the technique is make sure you just follow that golden words. The first impression is the last impression, but sometimes I say the last impression is the evergreen impression. So make sure that impression should have a very positive impact in the classroom. So people should your trainees should get a reason to listen to you. because within first 30 seconds, people perceive, either they are going to have a productive time with you or just it's a wasted day, within 30 seconds, because that is why the first impression is the last impression. So make sure you work on your introduction. Like you mentioned a lot of things. Who is Mr. Ahmed? How long you've been working in Saudi Aramco? Like 32 years. So you just share your brief stories, and that would motivate it surely to be motivating, all the trainees, and they will definitely love to listen and learn from you, inshallah. Now, there are some effective introductions, some of the tips, like you just need to make sure your participants are relaxed and help you get to know the participants. It's interconnected coordination. You just know their name, the way they're working, the profession, the department, and then make sure they are involved. Any training session which is not interactive, even today's session, if I'll be the one only speaking, and you will the one only be the listener, and no interaction, no discussion on certain topics, of course, you'll not enjoy it. You'll get bored maybe after 30 minutes, maybe after 1 hour, but we truly need to make it more effective, so, and one of the best technique is make it interactive. Like we discuss, you share your experience, you talk about different projects you have been involved. So this is the way to learn from each other also, inshallah. Now also you need to provide the important information in detail, provide an overview of the training. Like this is kind of, you are delivering rigging and lifting, so give a review. Why rigging and lifting is important, why safety is important, especially for that particular process. How many incidents could happen, because of poor techniques or lack of knowledge or shortcuts or maybe carelessness or maybe no productive trainings or lack of well preparation, or ignoring any sort of safety regulations, especially in relevant to rigging and lifting process, So you just need to give a review, kind of overview, so people can have again a tendency and kind of focus, to learn something productive from you as a trainer, inshallah. So make sure you also encourage them. So make sure they are getting involved and participating to learn, and give a preview of special challenges you face, and these are some of the tips for effective introductions. Much better trainer always come on time. They come arrive early, like even before starting that session, I was there at like 45 minutes before. I was online and I just waiting for the participants. So this is why 45 minutes we required, or maybe 1 hour sometime, because we just need to make sure that we are well prepared. Nothing is like no issue with the projector, no issue with the laptop, no issue with the mouse, lighting is okay, everything. You need to make sure, you can't give excuses. The good trainers, they will never give excuses to the participants. They would have always kind of a contingency plan, like instead of one mouse, maybe they're going to have two mouse. Instead of one pointer, they might have two pointers available, instead of even one ball pen, they might have two ball pens. So what I mean is, for everything, just to be on time, they will arrive and make sure everything is ready, and later on all things they required for sure, so give some background about yourself, like you mentioned, mashallah, and you have a strong background, and I truly appreciate. Again, provide information about what people most want to know, like some maybe too inhibited to ask, and will appreciate the fact that you volunteered the information as well. No, as participants, give their own introductions. Make sure you appreciate them, acknowledge them, encourage them, and also be a good listener, because that is being a good listener is one of the best. I would say the method as a trainer you have to follow in. The good listening again is an opportunity also, because different people would be sitting in front of you. They're gonna came from different projects, and I have plenty of experience. Sometime I noted 200 years experience or 300 years experience sitting in our training sessions. So as a trainer, to be very honest, it's a great opportunity, like grabbing 300 years experience by asking some open-ended question. And then I have to be the good listener only, and listen carefully with focus and be attentive. and see how much experience people are going to share. And this is the way, and this is an opportunity even for you as a trainer to learn much. So, being a good listener, of course, is one of the best trait we require as a trainer. Now, as participants introduce themselves, I already mentioned you have to acknowledge and build on the comments. They say this builds rapport and lets them know you respect their background and experience. Everyone is a unique brand actually. All five fingers are not similar. Everyone is unique. Like they came from different backgrounds with different, like one of the welder I noted, he was working as a welder, but he was smart enough even to in understanding of health and safety overall, the management system. He was not only the welder, even he was kind of a safety manager of his welding area because of his productive knowledge. And he mentioned, sir, in my area no safety officer or manager or supervisor, they don't visit because they trust that I am not only the welder, I am a kind of a safe welder. So I am kind of a safety manager of my welding area. So the moment they share their experience, you will definitely get plenty of new ideas, and make sure you appreciate them, acknowledge them. And this is how you definitely, encourage them to learn also, mashallah. No, effective instructor, just giving you a hint, since you have 32 years experience, and plenty of people, they always come for different experience, otherwise they can't even think to be the trainer in any topic. But bear in mind, you just need to recall all your experience, either 30 years, 32 years, or 40 years, whatsoever the experience is there. Make sure you recall your memory and dig out who was the best trainer, like you mentioned one of the American trainer, and still you remember two better techniques what he shared with you. So same way, you just need to list up what were the key qualities of the best trainer as per your opinion, for the last 32 years actually. So just list up those characteristics, and then see which of the characteristics already built in as per your experience as a trainer, or which are the skills you still need to develop. So you would have a very clear plan, like kind of a personal development plan, as a trainer, inshallah. Otherwise, I'm going to share what the trainer should be having, particular traits or qualities. The number one is the expertise. Make sure the topic you are going to share, the training topic, like rigging and lifting is a process, is a kind of a topic that, make sure you are expert for that topic. Like you shared plenty of projects you have been involved, especially in rigging and lifting, and that is a great opportunity for the people to learn about the rigging and lifting from you. So you have to be expertise in your particular topic or subject. Enthusiasm, I always mention, you have to be excited. Your profession should not be a tension for you. Your profession should be a passion for you. If it's not a passion, then it would be a headache also. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, for sure. So no harm to do SWOT analysis of ourselves, like what are my strengths, weaknesses, what sort of opportunities I have, the threats I have as a trainer. So just list that and see, am I the right person for the right job? Can I work as a trainer, or I'm just going to deceive myself or to the audience even here? So otherwise, if a trainer you believe or have seen they are not excited the moment they are delivering the training sessions, you can easily evaluate, might be for that day they're not happy, in a happy mood, or maybe they are in a wrong profession, because like in my case, I always try to be a passionate speaker or the kind of trainer, or even an auditor actually. And for the last 19 years, I didn't change my field. Been working in quality, health, safety, environment, CSR, corporate social responsibility, in other words, and also in food safety and packaging, working with more than 100 brands and served more than 3,000 companies even, just because of the passion actually. Otherwise, if someone else could be there, might be he would fed up, maybe today, maybe after 1 year, maybe after 2 years. But once your profession is your passion, enthusiasm automatically is an inbuilt process, and automatically you will be excited as a trainer, inshallah. And the second thing is the clarity. Don't talk doubtful things. Don't talk without reference. If you are sharing your experience, that should be an authentic experience. The clarity is critically important. Whatever you're talking, people should easily understand, because making things complicated, everyone can do it, right? But making things easier to understand, that this is where we require more trainers in the market. Market is full of trainers, but why people are looking for the trainers who have some practical approach and capable to deliver and transform the knowledge, into actions even. That is why clarity is important. Make sure the participants, and even they have clear presentations and well organized, and make sure have smooth transition from one topic to the next. Like your rigging and lifting presentation should be starting with content, then each content kind of a heading you are talking about, and in a very sequence manner, so people can understand rigging and lifting as a whole process, and they would be capable to manage that process, inshallah. No, absence of bias. Oh, he's Saudi. That is why I love those participants. No, no, no. He's from Filipino. He's from, so no bias. As a trainer, we have to be positive, neutrally sound. Everyone is important from us. Everyone is respectable for us. Sometimes I say, this is kind of natural, inbuilt. That everyone is very much sensitive for self-respect. That means they want to be appreciated and respected. It's kind of a human nature. So in that context, they will immediately evaluate either you are discriminating or you are having some bias because of color, because of nationality, or some any other reason whatsoever. But make sure as a trainer, we truly have to lead by example as a positive personality, especially in the classroom. There are some inner traits also as a trainer, which I'm going to share with you. One of the ability, make sure you are willing to work long hours. It's not like just you got a training project and you will just move on, and there isn't, and you believe it's just like a few hours training session. So you're going to go there and deliver. No, no, no. Before going for that training session, be willing, be ready to work long hours actually. Like if it is a 6 hours training session, you are arriving 1 hour early, then leaving, 1 hour late actually. It's not like just you wrap up the session and immediately you're going to leave. No, no, no. Plenty of things, small, you need to manage. So make sure as a trainer, accept that fact. You have to be willing to work long hours. Like he gave an example. If you are teaching an 8 hours class, your day will most likely turn out to be 11 or 12 hours day. Participants can come and start on time, and also other lunches and breaks, and also immediately leave after the class ends. So this is not the case for instructors. We always, you need to arrive at 1 hour before starting time to arrange the room and set up the equipment and test it. Even for online sessions, I told you I arrive 45 minutes before, sit in the office, making sure everything is ready. Nothing will go bad, because any sometime bad thing happened, your day is over. It would be even harder for you to act as a trainer for that particular day. If any resources are not available or something, any reason to have a bad day, God forbid. Few more inner traits. Make sure you are willingness to be the whole. Like instructors frequently carry the course materials and equipment to the classroom themselves. Don't expect that someone should come and support you like a office boy or something like that. Much better is self done is well done. So small tasks we should be doing by ourselves, like taking our material, serving even that material to the participants. No harm to do it actually, because your trainees of course deserve respect the way you also expect some respect. Same way they're also human beings. So like setting the chairs or having some table adjustment, no harm to do it as a trainer actually, rather than waiting for someone and then gonna do it, for you. Stamina is critically important. Plenty of times I have noted for the last 11 years, especially in Saudi Arabia, like busy for 18 hours, as a trainer, because once you have more projects or more demand in the market, you can't give excuses to your customers. Sometime, at 2 o'clock I can't say it's too early morning, but 2 a.m. at night, sometime our clients are asking, Ishtiyaq, this is the only time we can give you, and please make sure you deliver the session. So you need a very solid stamina, like talking 6 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours, or maybe sometime 18 hours, dealing with different projects. One session is finished, next audience came in, just 30 minutes break, move on to the next session. So make sure you have a strong stamina, and it's a game of practice, practice, and practice, and the passion also. Okay, mental alertness. The trainers have to be mentally alert. In addition to expanding like physical energy, surely it requires a lot of mental energy, because otherwise, whenever there is a problem, the instructor is the one required to solve it. Like electricity may go out, the equipment may not work, the building fire alarm might sound, the data time could get communicated incorrectly. There could also be a group of difficult participants in the room. Anything can happen. Sometimes I say, expect the unexpected. Even you are fully ready, but still something will come on your way and creating disturbance for sure for your project. But still, our efforts should be to make sure very less chances of disruptions actually. No, willingness to be a giver. As a trainer, naturally, I always try to share. Sometimes I share even my presentations actually, because it's every sort of information and knowledge it's all open now. Only the diamond area is the experience, which is unbeatable. Like you have 32 years experience, but you never wrote any book actually. So only the experience you gonna share with us is the best thing you can give to us. So experience, learning from the experience of different people is the best way to learn it. Otherwise, another domain is learn from the mistakes of others, learn from the mistakes of ourselves. So, but make sure you have a positive tendency to deliver and not hiding anything. I mean, people have expectations from you actually as a trainee, because they came, they invested for one day. So of course they are expecting something to be productive coming in their life and changing their life also. And that moment, you are the one going to bring it actually. So make sure you are willingness to give it. Like effective instructors never focus on themselves. Instead, they constantly look for the ways to give energy to the participant actually. Willing to be a role model. This is another great innate trait, lead by example, be a role model. Still, I'm gonna mention here, no one is 100% perfect, but still, we have to try to be the role model. And especially as a trainer, the way you stand, the way you dress, the way you speak, everything matters. Everything matters a lot, because the participants, they are not focusing only the words. Like we have verbal communication and we have non-verbal communication. Might be the participants are more focused on your non-verbal communication, the way you stand, the way you look into their eyes, the way you focus, or might be ignoring several kind of things, and they got fed up, to be very honest. And plenty of trainers today markets still are getting failed because they couldn't, politely or neutrally, they couldn't play their role as a role model actually in the classroom, especially because different experienced people are coming. You can't, in my case, I always mention that one. If a person is a painter, to be very honest, he is the best trainer for that painting process. So don't underestimate anyone. Whoever is coming in our class, give respect, appreciate them, let them share their experience, but make sure you play within the time frame. There is, of course, the training agenda and the time plan is there. So make sure you are not diverting from that one, but let people speak and learn from. And this is the way how you facilitate. We are not the trainers, to be very honest. We have to be the facilitator. We just need to create a ground so people can learn from each other. And within that ground, also, we are the one going to share our experience, how we have to do it. What are the best things? What are the best techniques? Something we are learning from the books. And the most productive things we always learn from the experience of different people. So same way, share your experience is another best strategy you need to follow. This is one of the most important trait, I would say, especially nowadays, ability to process failure. Ability to process failure, like even the best instructors surely will have some lousy days, where everything goes wrong in the training. Maybe the participants are cranky, the evaluations are very poor, maybe good instructions do not get discouraged. This is the key point. Every day is a new day. Imagine today you couldn't play your role as a trainer, as a best trainer. So you have another day. Every day is a great opportunity to improve ourselves, right? So failure basically are the steps for learning and make sure you are getting more successful, mashallah, in your particular profession. And bear in mind, as a trainer, even you are the best trainer, it would be really hard to make people happy 100% or to achieve their satisfaction 100%, because everyone is different. Maybe your speaking style, maybe, again, the bias is not like only the trainer have to bear in mind. Some trainee is going to come, intentionally they want to give you some tough time, and see how you react. So make sure you are not going to be discouraged from your failures. How are you going to process your failures is one of the skill I always mention, be emotionally intelligent. Be emotionally intelligent. Learn some psychology, be a psychiatrist also. Be a self-motivated person, because you have to get motivation even from your failures. But yes, always have a positive tendency that nothing will go back, inshallah, with the help of dear Allah. That should be our trust. But if still something goes down here and there, of course, make sure you learn from those failures as a trainer. Know your audience. Know your audience or you will have no audience. One of the best trait of Saudi government I personally like is the public administration. You guys are amazing, like in public administration. Look at in Umrah and Hajj, how many people are coming from across the globe, and how you manage them, the way you make sure, nothing gonna happen badly or avoiding any sort of incidents. Even one of the incident like Bin Laden, one Makkah Tower crane, he fall down. But later on, you can't even imagine what level of preventive or corrective actions they implemented, and now the reputation is avoided, mashallah. But make sure, in the class, you understand what type of like educated, uneducated, nationality wise, experience wise, what type of audience is there, negative, positive, even though it's sometimes really hard. That is why I told you, you have to be the psychiatrist. You have to try to be the psychiatrist. We can't, because that is another specialization, right? But still, we truly need to learn how to understand people. And sometimes I say managing 1000 machines are more easier comparing to manage 100 different brains, I can manage 1000 machines quite easily, but managing different 100 brains is required one of the toughest skills, I was gonna say, Like in plenty of companies I noted, the general manager who is managing maybe 50 employees in a company is getting maybe 10,000 real. But a general manager who is managing 5,000 employees in a company is getting 200,000 real. So this public management or public administration is one of the best skill in the world. And now today, the way the population is growing up, that skill is becoming more imperative and important on all the way actually. And one way or another, I also thought to have, master degree in public administration. That is one of the goal in my educational journey, inshallah. Because we all need it. Some way or another, we are dealing with people, right? So how are we gonna manage them? No harm to learn. So analyze your audience, like every rigging and lifting audience you teach will be different. Topic is same sort of experience you can share. Your content is same on the other side, but the people are not same. Every time, maybe this time you got people from Jazan, the next time you are getting from Al Hassa, very next moment you are getting different nationalities. In one of the training sessions, 22 different nationalities were sitting all together, and I just shocked what language I have to use here. And we have only the English as the best option. The rest of the things translate to each other. Somehow we try to manage through visual aids, in other words, pictorial, changing our presentations according to the audience also. Somehow we got the solution, but in fact, it's still not easy to manage different nationalities, different type of people, And also age is a critical factor. Yes, Mr. Rahman, so far, any question, any confusion, we are talking about the characteristics or kind of qualities a trainer should have, Yes, Mr. Rahman?